Listening to a career politician explain why they make it harder to lock up monsters, it's kind of like watching a bank robber try to convince you he's just redistributing the weight of a vault for the sake of the foundation. I've been looking into these stories about bills in California, stuff like SB 14, where the people we pay to protect us were actually debating on whether child trafficking should be a serious felony. They're sitting there with straight faces, worried that being too tough on people who sell children might lead to too many people in jail. They're out here treating the most disgusting crime on the planet like it's a paperwork error at the DMV. But here's the most unhinged part of the logic. They claim that they're being compassionate. They're so worried about the system being unfair to the criminals that they've completely forgotten about the victims. They've got internet hall monitors ready to ban you for hate speech if you call out their failure, but they'll let a predator walk with a slap on the wrist because they don't want to mess up their statistics. You got people in high dollar suits in Sacramento and DC who spend billions of your tax dollars to track every move you make, monitor your bank account, and regulate what kind of stove you can cook on. But when it comes to the safety of the most vulnerable people in our society, their hands are tied. Suddenly, the law becomes too complicated. But here's the real kicker. They don't actually want these laws to pass. Because once you start locking up monsters, people start asking who's been feeding them. They'd much rather keep the revolving door spinning so that they can keep using the crisis to ask for more power and more of your money. They're protecting equity. They're protecting the very people who should be underneath the prison. If the people in charge are more worried about the well-being of a child trafficker than they are actually about the damn child, then the people in charge aren't leaders. They're just accomplices that we're being forced to pay for. Just saying.